Hey everybody, today I wanted to touch upon an element in web design that you might use often, which is the background video element. So background videos are a great way to add some life to your website or your section of a page and make it seem more alive and fluid. You can be here, or you could even go here, or if you really wanted, you could be here. But who would want to be here? In case you guys didn't realize, I don't have a green screen, so you're welcome for that. So I thought I'd revisit our Jurassic Park site, the one that I built for our contact form. That video can be found here if you want to learn how to do that. But this time we're going to focus on the background video. So you'll see here, I've got a nice background video that fades into this hero section right behind the title. And even as a little bonus, I will show you the difference between the background element and the actual video element, and then even the lightbox video element itself. So if you want to learn the differences, set that up, add some life to your page, stick around, let's do it. So here we are in the Webflow site, and I'm going to start off by adding a section. So all we've got is our body and our nav bar, but inside our body, I'll put the section element. I'm going to give this a height of about 70 VH. That'll be 70% of the viewport height. Gives us a nice section to work with, and even as it scales, it would always be 70 viewport height. And the next thing I'm going to do is add our background video element. It's really that simple. So if I just go down here, we're in our section. I'm going to click background video. First, I'm going to give it a height of 100%, because then it'll take up 100% of the container it's in, which is our 70 VH that we just set in the section, right? So then if you go to the settings of this, you can upload a video, and we've got something on my desktop, which is just the Jurassic Park trailer. So we've uploaded the trailer to the background video element, and you'll see it just takes a second. You can even keep working while it's uploading, but ours is already done. When we preview it, there's our video. It's already there. Perfect. Next thing I want to do is just add some text in here. The background video is great. It kind of works like a div element in itself. So you can actually just put things inside it. You can give it flexbox properties, and it'll behave like a container while still maintaining the video background, which is very nice. So inside here, I'm just going to add an image. And my image, I have this Jurassic Park logo. Great. And if I go to the background video, I'm going to make it flex, center here. There we go. I don't even really need to change the size of this. I like the size of that. It looks pretty good. And I'm going to add another heading in here just to show you the differences as I keep up with this. This will be trailer as background video. And then you see how they're side by side. If I want to change that, I just make sure I'm on the container and then just hit vertical, and then they will stack. And there's a lot of space in between, so I'll just get rid of this margin. That's fine. And then when you preview it, there's our video. We got the text overlaying it, perfect. But it is a little hard to read. It's not too bad, but to fix that, I can just add on top of our background video. I'm going to go down to backgrounds. I'm going to click on this little overlay, color overlay, and by default it gives you that kind of faded gray because it's usually used for, you know, over images or backgrounds so text can be more readable on top. So it already kind of knows if you give it the gray. There we go. Just fades it out and then makes the text pop a little bit more. There you go. Background video. Amazing. Easy. All right, so continuing on, I'm just going to add another section right beneath this. Inside the section, I'm going to put a container just to keep things a little condensed. I will put a div element. So now this video div block will be the container for the actual video element itself. So you will see if I give it some set dimensions, if I just say 700 pixels by 800 pixels, we've got a div block that's that set dimension. So if I go in here and I add a video element, and I'm gonna paste a link to the Jurassic Park trailer right on YouTube, press enter, there's the trailer, and on the video selected I can just give it a height of 100% and it will fill the container. And if I make the width also 100%, and then I go to the video element itself, I could always change this. I can make it 20 pixels. No. Or I can make this 200 and make this 100, and I can have a little tiny baby trailer. But you'll see basically the video element will absorb the width of whatever container it's in. So you got a lot of flexibility there. And you'll see the main difference is this background video above us, it's just a motion background without controls or sound. So it will be a muted video. It's kind of just living as moving images behind your elements. While the opposite, which is the video element itself, This one has controls, it has the sound. It's basically just you're linking a YouTube or Vimeo file into the video element, and the background image, you are uploading a file. And that file has to be 30 megabytes or less, I believe. So the difference is one of them is living within your website, the other one is an external link that you're linking. So let's obviously not make it this tiny, let's make this a little bigger. Let's make the height 400 and the width we'll make 600. I'm going to add another div inside here. This will just be the lightbox div. And inside it, I will put the lightbox element. So if you go down here, you just see the element lightbox. Click that. There we go. And it automatically has a link. So the way lightbox works is it has a link, which is almost like a thumbnail. And when you click it, it expands to take up the full screen. And then your content lives inside there, either video or images. So with our lightbox link, I'm going to go to settings. And you see here, I have two little options. I'm going to make it a video instead. And it's asking for a URL. So like the video element, this takes an external link source, not an uploaded file, and which means you have controls over the whole thing. And then this is the image, which is like a thumbnail for it. So what I'm going to do is just upload an image. It could be anything you want. I'm just going to put the Jurassic Park poster because it seems a little, on brand, obviously. When I preview this, just as a little preview, you'll see how my mouse turns to a pointer, which means it's a link and clickable. When I click that, it opens up the full kind of div here, and now I've got the lightbox overlay with our trailer also in there. All right, so I zipped ahead and did a little formatting here, added a little background to our section, just an image to give it some texture. So again, recapping, if I hit preview here, this is our background video element. Again, it's just a series of motion pictures behind it. It's your video with no sound or controls. It lives behind the text, but it works as a div element itself, so you can add some formatting and spacing within, which allows us to flex center all this text that live above it. Adding an overlay is a good way to fade the background so the text can pop and be readable. And that's a file that is uploaded about 30 megabytes or less to your Webflow project. And then this is our video element itself. You can set dimensions, custom dimensions. You can put it inside a div with set dimensions. So when the div grows, as long as you make the video element 100% width and height of whatever it's in, that will scale accordingly. Lots of flexibility. And this is a link to an external YouTube or Vimeo project. And you can just click on the controls. It has the same controls that YouTube would have. And then this one is our lightbox element, which is a link into a bigger video element. So this is the thumbnail. You can make it anything you want. When you click it, it brings you to a full screen link to that file. And this is a link to an external source like YouTube and Vimeo again, and you can close right out of it. So those are 3 ways to incorporate videos into your project. Background videos are great. I use them a lot in hero sections, the top section, just a good way to introduce some life and motion into the website right when a user comes to it. So lots of flexibility here. Use them wisely. Don't be too distracting and put them where they're not needed, but have some fun with it. Let me know if you got some value out of this. Like and subscribe, always appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.